Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is Hart DFS. Today we have another NBA prize pick video. This is more of like my final picks for today. I released a video last night kind of just going over my early looks of what I liked, and now that we know that Embiid's in, I kind of have made my final picks. Still don't have the news on Lowry, obviously, but kind of just disregarding that and just doing my picks, not based on him. So if you're new to the channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the support. Once again, doing a giveaway at 500 YouTube subscribers and 300 plus Twitter followers. So once I hit the mark on both sites, doing a $250 giveaway just to, thank you guys for all the support, just appreciation. And so stay tuned for that. Let's get into the picks. I added James Harden assists over 9. The reason why I added this is just due to the fact that he's averaging almost 11 in the 21 games he's played with Joel Embiid. Now, Joel might be a little bit limited. I'm expecting him to play the whole game. He's played a few years ago. He played with a mask on against Miami in Miami. Obviously, this game's in Philadelphia, but he played. They're going to throw him out there the whole game. He's a guy who plays well and plays a ton of minutes when he's injured, plays through those injuries. Now, he might not be the best, production-wise, but I do like James Harden's, over on assists with Embiid in there. It does really open up the floor for Harden to be able to pass it off to people. I don't think Miami will do a zone just because they're going to have to double team Joel Embiid down low. Obviously, Bam's a great defender, but I do think they're going to need to help off other guys to help with Joe. Should leave James Harden one-on-one in most cases in a pick and roll opportunities. I just expect the floor to be a lot more wide open with Joe on the floor, so that it leads to more assist opportunities for guys like James Harden, who's going to be their main point guard, obviously. And as you can see, he kind of finished off the season 13 assists, 10, 14, 15, 14. So he was rocking and rolling with the assist going into the playoffs. So I just really like Harden's assist over today with Joel Embiid. He hasn't been officially ruled in yet as of 2 o'clock, but he will most likely get ruled in closer to game time, I'm assuming. So if he doesn't, obviously I'm doing a 5-pick play. You can just rock and roll with the 4 other picks. You don't have to play this one if you're not feeling the James Harden assist. Obviously, don't play it. I'm going to play it as of right now and just hope that Joe gets ruled in, and I'm sure he probably will. The next one I have is the over on Chris Paul. If you guys missed my video from last night, I kind of go into more in-depth analysis on why I took these. But just to kind of, review, Chris Paul has obviously stepped up when it comes to the offensive game in this series. He's shooting the ball really well, which I do like, as, you like to see. His assist has been, lower than his average just because he's been asked to score a little bit more. And if you saw the third quarter from last game, he absolutely torched the Mavs bigs and Luka in that pick and roll game. I do think it's going to be one of those situations where the Suns want to take advantage of that and how bad Luka is in the pick and roll and guys like Kleber and Powell. So I do expect Chris Paul to, be more aggressive than he was in the regular season when it comes to scoring. Obviously a great mid-range guy. And has the assist, floor as well. You could pretty much call it 8 assists is his floor, his low floor, when he's scoring the ball a lot better than average. So I just think it's a little too low for a guy like Chris Paul, because even if he doesn't get there scoring, let's say he only gets 14, 15 points scoring, he's going to get you, probably 10 plus assists. And then he's going to get you those, he's averaging about 5 rebounds a game as well. So I think it's just a little too low for Chris Paul in this spot. That's why I'm rocking and rolling with him for his points, rebounds, and assist total. Next one I have is over on Brunson, 23.5 projected rebounds, points, and assists. The reason why I like this is just due to the fact that, even when he's been in foul trouble the past 2 games, hasn't played well at all. 6 of 16. He scored a few points in the second half that game. Last game, 3 of 12. Just shot the ball terrible, and he's still seeing 30 minutes. I expect this game in Dallas to go a lot better for the Mavs. I do expect them to shoot the ball a lot better, specifically Jalen Brunson. As we can see, let's pull him up real fast. Past 2 games, obviously, he hasn't played well at all, but he's gotten you close. In that first game, he's gotten 20 points, rebounds, assists, you know, a little bit off of the mark of 23.5, and then 16 last game. And that's with him going 6 of 16, not really scoring until the second half, and then 3 of 12. You know, his 2 floor games, he's pretty much almost got you into there. I expect him to shoot well today, to be able to score well today. His point mark is at 16.5. You know, I take the over on that, but I just do like the fact that he also can get you some rebounds and assists. So I just think it's a little too low, 23.5. Next one I like is Deandre Ayton over 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I know this one is slightly risky. You can definitely just, you know, go with his point over, which is at 17. You know, I feel safe with that. Obviously, he's been able to feast in that first game against the Dallas Bigs. Last game, got in foul trouble, missed pretty much half the game due to the foul trouble and wasn't able to get his normal amount of minutes or points. So I'd expect to bounce back up to opportunity with him. You can definitely go with the points, but I'm going with the points, rebounds, and assists. I think it's just a little bit safer. Let's say he only gets, you know, 15, 16 points. I do think there's the opportunity for him to get, you know, 10 plus rebounds. Obviously, he hasn't hit it in this series. You know, obviously last game he didn't play the full amount, so he wasn't able to get there. But before that, you know, he's versus the Pelicans, who shoot a ton, 8, 7, 9, 8. So he's not really getting you above the 10 rebound mark, but he does have that floor of around 7 or 8 rebounds. Do expect him to get his point mark. And then, so yeah, I just like the over on the points, rebounds, and assists. You can obviously go to just the points if you like, if you feel safer with that, but I'm going with the over on those 3 for him. And then Luka, over projected 7.5 assists. I know the Suns have been great at limiting Luka's assists, but even with that, let's pull him up. Even with knowing that, Luka's still been able to get up 8 assists and 7 assists in the past 2 games against the Suns. This game's at home. Do expect, obviously, it's a better game environment for the Mavs. You know, their home crowd, home fans. Luka does play a little bit better at home. You know, not a huge increase in the stats, but I just expect those role guys like Brunson, Bullock, Powell, pretty much everyone Luka plays with, all his teammates have been playing terrible. You know, Kleber obviously shot the ball from 3 well in that first game, but in that second game, Finney Smith was in foul trouble, missed the whole game, basically. Powell's in foul trouble. Kleber got in some foul trouble, wasn't shooting well. Brunson has been horrible. Dinwiddie hasn't been shooting well. You know, it's pretty much been a one-man show. Obviously, that's the Mavs. But you're going to have to, you know, it's going to go back to the average, law of averages. Those guys are going to, you know, going to make shots in one of these games. I'm expecting it to be today. And even when those guys haven't been hitting their shots, he's still got, you know, about 8 and 7 assists. So, you know, that's the floor. And if these guys hit their shots, he's going to get over that. He's averaged, where is it? Close to 9 assists per game on the season. And I think it's just a little too low for a guy who is a triple-double machine. I do expect him to get, you know, 10 plus assists this game. I expect Brunson to do well. And so that's why I'm going with the over on Luka, projected 7.5 assists. So, you know, 3 of these plays are the same from last night. Adding in the James Harden with the news that, you know, Joel Embiid most likely will play. And I just like the fact that, you know, the Mavs are at home. The guys surrounding Luka have been playing terrible. Do expect them to step up. That means that Luka doesn't have to score as much. I do expect him, you know, to probably get 30 plus points, but do expect the other guys to step up, hit their shots. His over assist looks good for me. So these are 5 plays I'm going with. Obviously, if you don't like the Harden or any of these plays, you know, don't play them. These are kind of just what I'm going with. We'll probably play, you know, this is a 5-pick play and then build off of it with the picks I like the most. So if you're interested in, you know, the picks I like the most from these 5, comment on this video. You can ask me questions, you know, comment on the video what picks you like for today. Follow me on Twitter. We can talk in there as well. So definitely hit the like button, subscribe, you know, comment. Appreciate all the support. Once again, give away 500 YouTube subscribers and 300 plus Twitter followers. And I'll see you guys on Twitter if you want to, you know, talk to me there. Otherwise, this is the updated picks. You know, I think we're going to get 5 out of 5 today. Really feeling it. I do think a lot of these lines are way too low, and it's, you know, I'm excited to watch these games tonight. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.